Turkey's highest court, the Court of Cassation, has overturned the conviction of a man who posted violent threats online targeting Americans, Jews, and Kurds. The lower court had found him guilty of inciting hatred, but the High Court ruled his statements were protected opinion, not an imminent threat. The man's posts were explicit calls for violence, yet the court argued that unless speech leads to immediate public disorder, it isn't criminal. This sets a high bar for prosecuting hate speech, effectively shielding even the most extreme threats. The decision signals to minorities that the state may not protect them from hate as long as violence isn't immediate. It raises urgent questions about the boundaries of free speech in Turkey. The ruling detaches the long-term dangers of hate speech, like radicalization and fear, from legal consideration. For targeted communities, this isn't just legal theory. It's a warning that threats may go unpunished. The precedent could embolden extremists, undermining public safety and trust in the justice system. This ruling can't be separated from Turkey's political climate. Under President Erdogan, the judiciary has become closely aligned with the government's nationalist and Islamist agenda. After the 2016 coup attempt, thousands of judges were purged and replaced with government loyalists. The courts now often reflect state interests, not independent justice. Hostility toward Western powers and minorities has become mainstream, influencing legal outcomes. The leniency for hate speech contrasts sharply with harsh penalties for government critics, revealing a deeply politicized judiciary. The contrast is stark. Hate speech against minorities is protected, but dissent against the government is harshly punished. Turkey jails journalists and prosecutes citizens for insulting the president, while threats against minorities are dismissed as opinion. The law is applied selectively, shielding those aligned with the ruling ideology, targeting critics. This double standard chills free expression and encourages self-censorship. Peaceful criticism can lead to arrest, while incitement to violence is excused. The judiciary's selective enforcement corrupts the rule of law. Justice is no longer about the content of speech, but about who speaks and whom they target. This ruling is a symbol of Turkey's eroding rule of law and democracy. Protecting hate speech while punishing dissent undermines equality before the law. Minority groups are left vulnerable, and public discourse is poisoned by normalized extremism. The judiciary's politicization damages Turkey's international reputation and deters investment. The country drifts further from European democratic standards, aligning more with authoritarian regimes. Restoring judicial independence and rights for all is a daunting challenge. Until then, such rulings mark Turkey's ongoing retreat from democracy. The future of freedom and justice in Turkey remains deeply uncertain.